probably hard to remember this now, but there was a time in the not so far past where Konami was more than just the pachinko machine maker and the company that cut Hideo Kojima out of Metal Gear. Konami was actually a beloved video game maker. They actually,
made good games.
throughout the 80s and 90s, a lot of those games were things like Castlevania and the aforementioned Metal Gear. However, Konami also made quite a few lesser known titles, ones that would go on to become cult classics, ones that were a little outside of the norm, but still loved all the same. One of those series that they no longer make, but garnered the appropriate classic status, is the Suikoden series. Now, the original Suikoden came out on the PlayStation 1 in 1995 and was followed up by a bigger, bolder predecessor in 1998. Suikoden felt more in line with like a Final Fantasy Tactics in the sense that it was very war-based, it was mature, it was a game that really, truly told a story that I didn't know was even possible. One of the coolest aspects of the Suikoden series is that every game has 108 characters. And because there were 108 characters, it was very unique in how you built your parties. My original copies of Suikoden I and II were actually lost in a move when I was a kid and a teenager. So I haven't played these games, at least legally, in a very long time. So when I saw that these games were getting not just a remaster, but a little bit of a reinvention, I was just so excited. I was so excited that I had to put on my True Rune shirt. And if anybody knows which rune this is, please comment down below, because it's been a while and I actually forget. But the official title of this game is, and I have to get my notes on this part because it's not just Suikoden I and II Remastered, it's got a whole thing. The official title of this game is Suikoden I and II HD Remaster Gate Rune and Dunin Unification Wars. That's a mouthful. It'll be coming to PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch sometime next year. I really never thought I'd see this day. I know they brought out a PSP version that only came out in Japan, and I always wanted to get it, but I just never did. I don't know if PSPs were able to play Japanese games or not, but I always was like, when will they bring this over? When will they finally give the people what they want, This is a beloved series, got 5 titles and a couple spin-offs. It's just been lying dormant. A few really cool aspects of this remake is it will have redrawn sprites, redrawn backgrounds with things like volumetric fog and other new effects to really liven up the atmosphere. You will have HD music, HD sound effects, a whole new UI system. And then there's a lot of quality of life stuff like 2x battling, auto battling, a dialogue log, which will allow you to look back through the story as it's presented. A lot of the stuff that you expect from these remasters, this will have it and more. I will say the one thing that Konami is pretty good at doing are remasters like this. So I am confident that this is going to be an incredible way for new players to experience these games, many for the first time, because anybody that's ever looked to see what a copy of Suikoden II goes for these days, it ain't cheap. It's definitely one of those collectibles that continues to go up in price and has really gated people from being able to experience it for the first time outside of emulation. Now, I will say, while I applaud Konami for bringing these games out and reinventing them and bringing them to a whole new generation, it does feel just like maybe a little scummy, because I know that the team largely that was behind Suikoden kickstarted a game called Eiyuden Chronicles, and that is also due to come out in 2023. And it almost makes me feel like they see that this is in the works and maybe they wanted to get out in front of Eiyuden Chronicles so they can make their money, maybe see how this game does, and then potentially push a Suikoden 6. Now, if that's what we have to do to get a Suikoden 6, I guess that's fine, but it does feel like maybe they are kind of taking advantage of this scenario a little bit. I decided I would try a different format because just how charged up this got me, how excited I am to see hopefully more Suikoden games and more Suikoden remasters, and maybe Konami will finally become a video game developer again. If you enjoyed this type of format, please let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, tell a friend, and Are you planning on playing this game? Are you planning on playing Ayuden Chronicles? Anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know down below, and I guess I'll see you soon. Peace.